Hollywood may be all glitz and glam, but beneath the surface, there's a growing resistance against the woke culture dominating the scene. Some actors are stepping up, refusing to go along with the expected narrative, and pushing back against loaded questions and one-sided agendas. In today's video, we're looking at some of the most iconic and bold moments when Hollywood's biggest stars took on woke reporters, proving that authenticity still has a place in Tinseltown. So, let's dive into these unforgettable clashes and see who isn't afraid to speak their mind.
You're getting as bad as Biden. When somebody does not do the job, you gotta let them go.
Let's kick things off with the moments when Hollywood's most famous actors turned the tables on woke reporters. You know, those times when interviews took an unexpected twist, not because of the project they were promoting, but because someone tried to push a little too hard on a woke agenda. And instead of backing down, these stars stood their ground, delivering responses that made headlines all on their own.
As soon as my cancellation happened, I had reporters showing up. I had drones looking into my place because it looked out onto the ocean, and there was drones popping up. There was like people in vans, and there was people following me. I was just very exposed, which was very dangerous of Disney to have made the comment they did.
What did they say?
They said, we do not support Gina. We're not going to work with her anymore based off of her. Something about cultural and basically calling me a racist.
From actors who aren't afraid to call out bias in the media to those who simply won't let an interview become a lecture, we're diving into some iconic takedowns. So buckle up as we uncover Hollywood's boldest comebacks against the woke wave.
One thing about if me in politics is to give you a direct statement right there is be playing a game that I'm not interested in playing.
Okay,
to give you a direct statement right there.
Next, we can't overlook Kurt Russell, who had a memorable encounter on The View back in 2015. After making headlines for his stance on gun control, he was invited to promote his film. The hosts tried to redirect the conversation back to the topic of politics, but Russell stood his ground. He pointed out the importance of separating entertainment from political agendas, stating, "The last thing I like to watch is entertainers or actors get political." It was a bold assertion that showcased his commitment to staying true to his craft, while refusing to be pulled into a narrative he didn't believe in.
Recently, you made some headlines for saying that you felt gun control laws wouldn't deter terrorists. Explain to folks.
Interesting.
Well, you know, these are these things where, first of all, I was in a situation, we do what we call the dog and pony.
Right.
We're out doing the dog and pony selling a picture. And you get sometimes you get what you feel is slightly ambushed by somebody who's really got an agenda. And that's sort of, I think, that's my opinion of what happened to me the other day.
Denzel Washington is one more heavyweight who has effectively addressed those challenges. During the town hall meeting held in 2016, a journalist tried to antagonize him by posing a query on why he did not hire a Caucasian director for his motion picture. "It's not color, it's culture," Denzel retorted rather quickly. As he stated, these were not decisions based on racial prejudices, but rather an inclination towards historical appreciation. He then included some levity, saying, "I know you know what it is when a hot comb hits your hair on a Sunday morning," which made the audience laugh and illustrated his argument quite well. Denzel's wit and wisdom in addressing issues in such a distressing milieu speak volumes about him in relation to the art of acting as well as cognitive faculty.
I want to just ask you, though, about the issue of race relations, because the film touches upon that. Right now, under President Obama, over the last 8 years, in your mind, have race relations improved under his leadership?
Race relationships have to do with race relationships.
But Denzel didn't stop there. At the premiere of his film, he was asked a difficult question once again regarding the Obama administration and the issues of race. Instead of falling into the trap of political posturing, Denzel said how pointless it was to expect laws to govern the relationship between individuals, saying succinctly, "You can't legislate love." A more extreme view on this matter is his claim that norms and policy can achieve only limited results. People change only when they want to, and it is understanding rather than policy that creates change. And then there is the radical Samuel L. Jackson. Uncompromising is an understatement when describing this man. During a press conference for Django Unchained, a journalist tamed the conversation by littering it with the N-word. Jackson issued a challenge to the man, looking him dead in the eye and asking him why he didn't say the word unless he was ready to use it in the conversation. If you're going to bring that up for shock value, You'd better hark back to the bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, everything-goes approach, he dared. The reporter was clearly frozen, and as a result, Jackson continued with another subject, leaving the other man helpless. His bravado is exactly the kind of genuineness that seems to have eluded most of the Hollywood actors today.
You want to move on to another question?
Okay, awesome. I don't want to say it.
Come on.
Will you say it?
No, fuck no. That's not the same thing.
Why do you want me to
They're
say
gonna bleep it when you say it on your show. Say it.
I can't say it. If I say it, this question it won't make air.
Okay, forget it.
Okay, I'll skip it. Sorry, guys. It was a good question.
No, it wasn't.
It was a great question.
It wasn't a great question if you can't say the word.
I wanted to ask about...
These instances denote a common practice by many of the celebrities, who do not retreat from answering difficult questions or the forces of wokeism. They do not simply go with the current. They stress being real instead of fitting in, proving that it is okay to discuss hard issues and still hold on to one's principles. At a time when many have to sing praises to every new trend, these actors give an insight into the value of ideas and belief systems. The debates regarding wakefulness in the film industry tend to be nuanced. Just like the likes of McConaughey, Russell, Washington, and Jackson are reframing the very narratives that Harlem and Los Angeles have imposed on them, so will others. Their candidness invites not only discourse, but also incites their contemporaries to assess their positions in a cultural milieu that is morphing at an increasingly alarming rate. In viewing how this transition occurs, it is apparent that all is not well, and that ideological conformity may not be fully contained. The boldness of these actors, in particular their attempts to address contentious topics, places them beyond the boundaries of mere entertainers to rational voices in a divisive society. It also serves to indicate that, although the majority of the time it is politically incorrect to be un-PC, in Tinseltown, there is a time when the politically correct gets pushed back. As Hollywood continues to navigate the complexities of woke culture, these actors remind us that staying true to one's beliefs can be a powerful statement. They challenge the idea that celebrities should simply go along with the flow and instead advocate for genuine dialogue. But what's your take? Do you think celebrities should challenge the narrative or focus solely on entertainment? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on the changing face of Hollywood. Thanks for watching Your Perspective Matters.
Explain the difference, because I think we're
Steven
in a space
Spielberg
right
did Schindler's List.
Mm-hmm.
Martin Scorsese did Goodfellas, right? Steven Spielberg could direct Goodfellas. Martin Scorsese probably could have done a good job with Schindler's List, but there are cultural differences. You know, I know, you know, we all know what it is when a hot comb hits your hair on a Sunday morning, what it smells like. That's a cultural difference, not just a color difference.
All right.
So it's the culture.